see that, buddy? Tomorrow, Uncle John is gonna marry Aunt Natalie, and Daddy is finally marrying Mommy.
Yeah, there were a lot of bumps along the way, but we made it. Things are finally the way they're supposed to be.
I give you this justice as a gift on my daughter's wedding day.
Oh, I get it. We're godfathers.
Yeah.
Marlon Brando, Godfather. You sounded just like him.
Thanks. Thanks. Hey, Rex. Actually, since we're both going to be godfathers to Natalie and Jess's boys, you know what do you say? We just put the past behind us and start fresh? I mean, after all, we are practically family.
Give Joey back his rightful inheritance. Drop the prenup and life goes happily on. Or get ready to welcome Rex Balsam into the family. Oh, by the way, I'm really looking forward to the christenings. Those babies are darling. Of course, it would be a shame if your daughter found out that her baby daddy isn't who she thinks it is.
Damn you, Aubrey. How the hell did you find out? Only one person knew.
Mr. Buchanan, I have something I need to discuss with you.
What's this about?
Sit down and shut up.
Well, Mr. Bluestein, is it? Mark Bluestein?
Yeah.
I know that you work for my brother, Clint Buchanan. What is it exactly that you do at Buchanan Enterprises?
Security.
Security.
You got a problem with that?
No. And Mr.
Schwartz. Andre Schwartz.
Mr. Schwartz. That means black, doesn't it?
What's it to you?
Can you read this?
Yes.
Good. Then let's just say that the Commissioner of Police finds all of this very interesting.
I don't. The only thing I find interesting is your boss said you beat up this guy, Robert Ford, because he might have got one of his daughters pregnant.
I hope that you are going to take a nice long nap today, because I've got 1,000 things to do before this wedding. Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to worry about this guy. Just put him down in the crib next to Liam again. He loves that.
Yeah, the boys really do seem to get along, huh?
Yeah, more like brothers than cousins.
What is it you want to discuss?
I will need 2 invitations to your daughter's double wedding.
You will?
Yes, I will, Mr. Buchanan.
And why the hell should I invite you to my daughter's wedding?
You know why, sir.
I called Adriana in Paris again, and she swears that she had École Madame Laurent send the yearbook from Paris 2 days ago.
Well, that could take some time from Paris.
Yes, but I've overnighted things before, and they always arrive the very next day.
You know what? Maybe it's fate. Telling us to stop looking up dirt on Aubrey.
Nonsense, darling. I'm sure that this yearbook is going to prove that Aubrey is not who she says she is. And the thing is, where can that yearbook be? I wonder what happened to it.
Are you sure this is gonna look real?
When I'm finished with this, Kelly will never know you're not really Aubrey Wentworth. Trust me.
Oh, believe me, I do.
Even if this yearbook shows up, it's not going to guarantee that it will reveal anything nefarious about Aubrey.
Honey, do you think that Aubrey and her so-called brother are up to no good?
Yes.
Well, then prove it. You have to. And I'm going to make sure that you do.
May I ask, when did my relationship with Joey become all about you?
When I realized that you were never going to be happy until you and Joe were reunited.
I'm not so sure that would make him happy.
Of course it will. I know. You and Joe, that's one for the ages.
And the reason it never worked out is because...
Timing, that's all. You're not going to tell me you think Joe and this Aubrey person were meant for each other.
Of course not. She's lying to him, and I know it.
Exactly. You and I are so close to uncovering something really dark and sinister about this Aubrey. This is not the time to be giving up.
You know what? It is all well and good that my instincts are telling me that Aubrey isn't worthy of Joey, but if I can't prove it, what does it matter?
She really was pretty mousy, wasn't she?
Just a few minutes with me and she's getting a makeover.
We are about to get everything we want.
You know, we were basically kids when everything happened before. Now we're grown-ups, and I don't hold grudges. It's great.
Well, friends then. Yeah?
Friends.
All right.
So listen, about what Aubrey said at the christening.
Yeah.
About what your dad did. It really sucks.
Yeah, well, that's one way to put it.
So he was really going to disinherit you from marrying Aubrey without a prenup. Mm-hmm. That's cold.
Yeah, well, my dad is a little paranoid. So he tries to protect the family from interlopers, as he likes to call them. And, well, he can be a little extreme.
There was a DNA test, remember?
Right. But I know that DNA test was altered.
By who? Clint.
Of course, Clint.
Extreme.
Where do you get the audacity to pressure me into a wedding invitation?
Oh, wow, Mama, look at this. It's a double wedding. The social event of the season. We have to be invited.
Well, I'm just an employee, Rama. Why would he invite us?
You're more than just an employee, Mama. You broke the law for him. You broke into the lab and switched those paternity tests at Mr. Buchanan's bidding. He owes you.
I don't think he's gonna see it that way.
Well, you never know until you ask, Mama. Don't be afraid to go after what you want, what you deserve. Stick to your guns, Vimal. You have to be strong. Now hold my ankles.
It's what I deserve, Mr. Buchanan. For making Rex Balsam not your son? For changing those tests to say that your daughter's baby's father was Brody Lovett, even though it wasn't?
It's like the babies sense their connection to each other. It's deeper than just cousins.
Okay, time to go, Mr. Lovett. You heard me. Get the hell out of here right now.
Robert Ford's building has video surveillance. Your ugly mugs were caught on tape going inside.
I don't know any Robert Ford. Well, now, see, that's interesting, too, because he picked you and Mr. Black out of a lineup.
He's Bluestein. I'm Schwartz. And I don't know any Robert Ford either.
You know, you really are going to be black and blue if you don't start talking.
I think what my colleague is saying is that we have you on the hook for aggravated assault if you don't tell us everything that we want to know about the murder of Eddie Ford. And how your boss was involved.
Why are they kicking me out? What did I do?
Nothing, but I've got a rack full of wedding dresses for Natalie to try on. Jessica's needs alterations, and I'm not going to risk any bad luck at this wedding letting you have the chance to see them.
I guess that just about covers it.
Yeah, and Gigi's right. We've had our share of bad luck around here.
Enough said.
Okay, I'm getting out of here already. I know better than to argue with a room full of women the day before a wedding. Remember that, my son. All right, have fun.
Phil, are you threatening me?
Mr. Buchanan might not take too kindly to me asking to be invited to the wedding.
But you don't just ask, Vimal. You demand. This is something you've earned for your loyalty and dedication. And this is something I've earned too for being your wife. Vimal, don't forget you're the one with all the power. You hold all the cards. You know what Mr. Buchanan did. Now march in there and demand those invitations. You hear me?
But I haven't even exercised yet.
Go. Now.
It's not a threat, Mr. Buchanan. It's a demand. I've earned those invitations, and you will give them to me.
Vimmel, you're right. You've been a loyal and true employee to me, and I owe you for being so discreet.
Thank you. Thank you. I tried.
And I know for a fact that you never told anybody about changing those paternity tests. As per agreement, you didn't tell a single soul. Did you, Vimmel?
What do you think?
You are a magician. It's perfect.
There. As far as everyone else is concerned, you are the real Aubrey Wentworth, and we are still on track for the biggest score we've ever seen.
And I have to owe it to my old friend Rama for spilling all about Clint's DNA test shenanigans. We're gonna have all our money. And Joey thinks I'm a saint for getting Clint to change his mind about disinheriting him.
Poor Joey. What a little sap.
I asked you not to talk trash about Joey.
You know, fortunately, my father stepped up and made amends for trying to disinherit me. It was all thanks to Aubrey.
Well, what she did was...
You know, kind of brave, right? And she put my dad on the spot, and ultimately, that's what made him back down. I gotta say, Rex, she is one amazing woman.
Do I need to remind you again that you going soft on Joey is not part of the deal?
I know.
Doesn't seem like it.
Cutter, I am working my butt off here to make this happen for us. Please, just don't call Joey a sap. He is a smart guy who just wasn't expecting this, to be fooled by someone so skillful.
Well, you got that right. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing some of those skills right now.
Later. Is that glue dry yet? Because you still have to go over to Dorian's house and replace that yearbook.
It's almost ready.
Thank God.
I just can't wait to have you all to myself again. And that Buchanan money.